Hey guys, and welcome back to my yoga challenge. It's day 4 and we're getting into some sun sows today to help you with your inversions. So when you guys are ready and you have all your props and everything you think you might need for your practice today, go ahead and meet me on your mat or in your favorite space and take as long as you might need to get set up. Hit pause if you need to. You can always come back to this video. As you guys can see, I'm already in my comfy seated position. Now you guys can have your legs crossed, uncrossed, legs wide. Maybe you're starting in Shavasana or in a resting position. Just kind of tap in, see what feels good for you here, okay? Now, as we take that comfy position to start, I encourage you guys to get in tune with your body. Maybe shake off the dust, shake off the stress of the day, shake off all your worries. Maybe you're coming into some seated circles. Eventually changing directions when you're ready. Or maybe lingering if it feels good. Step into whatever stretch or movement comes natural for you. And we'll begin setting our intentions, setting our focus for our practice. Maybe creating stillness, or maybe continuing that movement. It's up to you, whatever feels best, whatever focus or intention you have, keeping it with you for the entirety of our practice today. And then continue with those small circles with the torso, creating that breath and sense of elongation in the spine to help us sit up nice and tall and roll those shoulders back, just stacking our posture, stacking our energy here. Again, getting clear of why we came today, of our intention. Taking a little longer and bringing that left forearm down when you're ready. Reaching right forearm up and overhead. Maybe rolling that right top shoulder back. Bringing gaze to underarm. And we'll eventually bring that right forearm down. Switching sides this time. In our seated stretch, the right forearm is down now. Left arm is up and over. And then taking a breath here in center, releasing at your own pace and falling forward over the knees, softening head, neck, shoulders, softening everything. Option to release, bring the hands behind, shake everything out, stack the spine nice and tall, and then we're going to take another breath over the knees and shift our fingertips over to the left side, falling over left knee. Inhale, shifting to the right side. Exhale, falling over right knee. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release or stay in that seated fold. It's up to you. We're going to take our time before we transition to our tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrists, stacking hips over knees for cat and cow. And let's bring in the breath. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine, press the ground away, tuck the chin. And we're going to flow through that cat and cow at your own pace, of course, as I'm taking my own pace. Inhale, lift. Exhale. This time, or when you're ready, find your first child's pose of the day. Hips shift back to meet the heels, knees are narrow, or you can widen them so that the hips can fall a little more. Taking a twist, lifting one hand and bringing it through across the chest. Maybe wrapping opposite arm as well. So this is a great shoulder stretch here. And remember, you have the option to keep one hand down, release at your own pace, sliding that hand back through, coming back to child's pose. Everything's out in front of you. And we'll take our time to switch sides, lifting hand, bringing it through and threading that hand through and pressing the back of the hand down. Remember, the opposite arm can come up only if it feels safe for you to intensify this bind, if you will, or this stretch by adding the bind. And of course, releasing both hands at your own pace. Coming back to that child's pose before we release to tabletop and find our first down dog of the day. Now you can pedal the heels here, or you can bend the knees, and we're going to gently roll forward for our high plank. Lower high plank to low plank, and then inhale, find upward facing dog, and exhale, find downward facing dog. Now that was our first chaturanga vinyasa flow. We're going to keep going, softening the knees, pedaling the heels, making your way to the top of the mat again. Stepping the feet in, folding, and then inhaling to the top of our mat when you're ready. Exhale, come straight through with those hands to the midline, back down to the fold. Inhale, halfway, shoulders hip high, gazes up. Exhale, hop or step back into that low plank. Now we're inhaling for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Softening the knees, pedaling the heels, or maybe finding dolphin for the first time. This is great for opening the shoulders, opening the heart as well, and preparing to get ready for pincha if that is one of your goals. Now, as you see, I'm dropping the forearms and then I'm pushing back to down dog. You can do that a couple of times to help get the shoulders ready for our pincha, if that's your goal for your practice. If not, feel free to meet me at the top of the mat. This is your practice, so keep in mind, if your goal is to become stronger, you might add in a little more of a flow. If your goal is to just go with the flow, you might take it a little slower. Now again, you see, we rolled through vinyasa. I'm in the dolphin pose, but this time I'm lifting the leg and kicking off the bottom foot to find my pincha marasana or forearm stand, however you relate to this pose. And again, if it's not for you, if you're not going for that, you can skip dolphin, or you can try it out and meet me at the top of your mat again in the forward fold. This time bending the knees and rolling up at your own pace. We go straight back down through midline, softening knees where you need to. Now moving from our sun A to sun B. Inhale, sit back into chair, bending knees, hips are back. Exhale, extend the legs straight and fold. Inhale, halfway, gazes up. Exhale, hands down, hop back. Inhale, find that upward facing dog. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Now inhale, step the foot through, drop the back heel 90 degrees in the front knee for warrior one. Hands down, step back, flow through vinyasa, back to down dog. Now opposite foot steps through. Inhale, find warrior one. Exhale, hands are down, step the foot back and go from high plank to low. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now we can hold the down dog here, and that's where we stay. Or maybe we drop to dolphin, stay there. Or maybe we add the legs and we try to kick up for pincha. This is your option. Wherever you go, it's up to you. If you stay in dolphin, that's okay. If you stay in down dog, that will help you build a stronger dolphin as well. Now feet to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, back to chair. Hips are back, knees are bent. Exhale, release and straighten the legs. We're taking the flow again. Inhale, sit back to chair. Exhale, Hands through midline, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down, hopper, step back at your own pace. High push up to low. Inhale, find baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the foot through and lift up, find warrior one. Back heel is level. Exhale, hands down, and we step back and lower. Inhale, find upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the foot through and rise. Exhale, hands are down. You step the foot back, high push up to low. Inhale, find upward facing dog. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Same thing here. Stay in your down dog or drop the elbows for dolphin and attempt to kick the feet up for pincha. If it's in your practice, if you want it to be there, I would recommend at least try kicking up a couple of times. Even if you fall, totally okay. But what if you fly? Let's see what your body can do. And then as you fatigue or when you're ready, meeting back in down dog and stepping the feet in to the top of the mat for your fold. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale to standing, and we're going to try that one more time. Inhale to chair. This time as we exhale, hands come to heart, and we're going to twist our elbow to the outside of the front knee. Now from here, we're going to try to lift the back leg and step it back for a long lunge, keeping the back elbow to the outside of front knee. And then inhale, open the arms as wide as you can. And we're going to add a little bind here for the shoulder. So wrapping the top arm behind the back, or keep it stacked if you need to. Now hands come back together and step the feet back together. Inhale, sit in that chair. Exhale and twist to other side with the hands together. This time the front leg steps back. Nice and long. Elbow still twisted to the outside of the knee. And we're going to inhale, open the arms. Now exhale, your option is to bend that top arm and wrap it behind the back for another bind, or you can keep the hands stacked. This is just a great shoulder opener in general, so hands back together and then feet back together as well. Now inhale, untwist and lift up. Exhale, this time we're going to sink into Malasana or yogi squat or garland pose, whatever you call it, however you get there. Remember your option for blocks here, your option for the halfway squat, and then we're going to inhale and twist from side to side. Releasing this pose as you're ready, and this time we're going to open out a little wider, so extending up and opening the legs nice and wide. We're going to get ready for triangle on both sides. So turning the right toes towards the right and extend the right leg straight, hinge at the hips, and then try to stack those hands, stack the shoulders. And we're adding another shoulder opener by giving an opportunity for a bind here, wrapping a hand behind the back. And then we're going to slowly step everything in. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Release everything to opposite side. We're going to hinge at the hips and then eventually tap. Left hand down to shin or ankle or wherever is safe. Now the right hand can start to bind behind us to open the shoulder. Remember to bring the gaze up. And then you can gently release. Maybe come back to that yogi squat with the shoulder twist. Again, everything is eventually going to be up to you as you find out what works good for you, what you want to do, and if you want to take it further or hold it longer, it's always your choice. Now, I'm giving you guys an opportunity for a little inversion play here. So stepping everything super wide, you can come down to the wide-legged fold, and your option is to find headstand, or maybe you just like the wide-legged fold. Maybe you reach your hands down towards your legs, reaching side to side. I'm just taking a moment and we'll finally release and come wide-legged, eventually folding that left heel into the inner thigh of the right leg. We're gonna take a huge side stretch here. So right hand coming down the right leg. Inhale, left arm up and over. Reaching as far as you can. Rolling that left shoulder back. Gaze staying nice and high. Now placing left hand behind you, we're gonna come up to a kneeling hip bridge. Lifting hips, squeezing booty at the top. And then gently coming back down. Right hand reaching towards the right leg, left arm coming up and over as much as possible until you're ready to release, or maybe you stay a little longer. Now this time we're gonna fold forward over the right leg. So this one's a little different than the side stretch. This one is more for the back of the leg, the hamstring, the underbody here. Take your time to release, and we're gonna switch sides. Okay, so this time the right foot is folded into inner left thigh. Reach the left hand down the leg. Inhale, right arm up and over as far as you can. You can hold this stretch to keep that breath into the side body, and then eventually place the right hand down, coming into that kneeling hip bridge. Squeeze the glutes at the top, left arm reaching overhead as far as you can, and then slowly release. And we're going to find that intense side stretch again to increase flexibility on that right side. Now go ahead and fold forward over the leg to increase the flexibility in the hamstring on the left leg, in the underbody, in those flexors, and all of the low body there. Now taking stick pose. This is one of our final few stretches we have. Remember to keep the knees soft. Remember to keep the gaze just out in front of you. So not looking to round the spine down. And then we're going to add a twist to our stick pose. So we're going to cross the foot on top of the other foot. Maybe the toes connect. Maybe it's a foot to heel connection. And we're going to take another fold on both sides. Remember, you have the option to stay and linger. And then we'll release and reset. Now taking across, left leg over right, keeping the left knee to the sky. Go ahead and bring the right arm to the outside of the knee, or maybe wrapping into the knee. Just taking a twist on both sides. Reset and switch sides when you're ready. Uncrossing and releasing when you're ready. This time we're coming back to center just to extend gratitude to ourselves for showing up and staying present. Go ahead and shake out any tension. Shake off any sort of doubt or expectations you might have had for yourself today, and just enjoy the practice that you did have with yourself. Maybe taking any final movements or stretches that you feel you need for yourself before we come back to center and end our class with our gratitude breaths or extending gratitude to one another, to ourselves. I want to thank you guys for joining the practice, for joining the challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's practice. I hope you all enjoyed the extra moments of challenge, and be sure that you guys tell yourself thank you just for showing up, doing your best. This is not always easy, so thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace and blessings.